Okay, looks like we're live, coming through the feed now. Yes, we're live. Hi, Nicola here from Conscious Crypto Traders, and I'm on my own today. Teresa is not doing well, so she decided to take some time out to rejuvenate, and so it's me, and we're going to start right on half the hour. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jack. Hi, Russ, Nigas. Really nice to have you here. For those of you who are new to the channel, Conscious Crypto Traders is all about scenario trading, giving you tutorials on technical analysis, strategies, and trading scenarios. And we're talking about a really big scenario today, the full moon, super moon, lunar eclipse on Friday, and how could that possibly affect your trading and how to get set up for that, what you need to do to prepare for that. I'm going to do live technical analysis today on Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you've got your favorite coin, you want to stick it in the description box. And I'm going like that because I've got two computers here. The chat's over here. Hi, Christian. If you've got any coins you want me to look at, look it in the chat box. But basically, we're going to start with Bitcoin. Then I have a really special guest, Sian Kenshin, who we've interviewed on our channel before. He was one of the most talked about speakers at our Conscious Crypto event. He usually does mindset stuff, but he has been getting into passive income with crypto using trading bots. So he's going to take 10 minutes to talk about that. And I've put a link in the description there if you're interested in learning more about training for learning how to use trading bots to create passive income. You want to sign up using the link below. If you're a crypto ninja, you don't need to sign up because you'll be getting a WhatsApp message when we do a little bit of a presentation and a training on that. I will talk about Ethereum. If you want me to talk about XRP, put XRP in there now. If you want me to talk about SHIB, put SHIB in the comment section right now. And if you want to talk about your favorite coin, stick that in the comment section and I'll keep glancing over. Hi, Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, everybody. Nice to have so many crypto ninjas with us today. Yeah, put your favorite coin in there. Questions go away. Questions are very, very welcome. Because it's me, I'm going to have to be, like shifting from doing the presentation and then going to the comments. So if I don't get to your comments immediately, have patience, I will get to them. So let's start with Bitcoin before CN joins us to talk about passive income with trading bots. This is what I want to show you about what's going on with Bitcoin. There's a lot of talk in the stratosphere about how we're going to get another dump. And while that is possible, last night I was watching, one of my favorite YouTubers, Jeroen van Lange, another speaker at the Conscious Crypto event. And look what he did last night. He compared 2017 with 2021. And this is Jeroen van Lange from The Blockchain Today, if you want to follow him. Really awesome technical analysis. Have a look on the right here. In November, we got a fairly substantial dip and we touched the 50-day moving average. We bounced off of it and then we pumped like crazy. Because Moonvember, right? So November is synonymous with Moonvember. And that's exactly what we did. We mooned and went up into all-time highs. Come over here to the left. When he posted this, he was saying we could come back down to touch the 50-day moving average on the daily. After that, guess what happened? If I bring in the daily lines, the 50-day moving average is this green one. And look, we touched it. Exactly. We touched it. We bounced off of it. We touched it twice and we've been rejected twice off of it. So generally speaking, after a full moon, we get a pump. We are primed for a pump. But the question is, are we going to get supported with this 50-day moving average? Or are we going to not repeat that same pattern of 2017 and go lower before we go higher? So before I answer that question, I want to bring in, thanks to Sky. Is Sky here with us today? Oh, hi, Sin. Yes, I can check Haven Network if it is there. Can you put the ticker in? By the way, if you want me to check your coin, put the ticker in. And click like. We love it when you like. And if you're new to this channel, of course, we would love your subscription. We'd love for you to be part of the community. Just hit subscribe, click the bell, and click all. We upload daily technical analysis and scenario trading tutorials, and we go live every Wednesday. So moon phases, thanks to Sky, one of our Discord community members. She told me about the moon phases because we talk about the moon phases a lot here, but she told me about a moon phase, what do you call it, indicator on TradingView. So you just type in moon phases. Now, what we talk a lot about in this channel is that when we get a new moon, which is the aqua at the top, we often see a local top of the move up. And then when we get a full moon, we usually see a local bottom, which basically means whatever's going on in the movement, we hit bottom and then we reverse back up towards the new moon. So new moon to full moon is often, you know, down, up and down, but we hit the bottom around full moon. And then new moon is the top. So if you have a look, and full moon's on Friday. So if you have a look here consistently with the new moon, there's often a little bit of a dip. Not always a big one when we're doing a bull run. And when we're in a bear run, this may reverse, right? But we're in a bull run right now. Here's another new moon, we came down. Another new moon, we had a correction. Another new moon had a big correction. Another new moon had a smaller correction. Another new moon had a big correction, which we're still in the process of. So here's the thing with anything to do with astrology, the influence of whatever's happening with the planets and the moon can happen either the day before, the day of, or the day after. So if we were to go through each one of these new moons, we will see a local top either on new moon or right before it. So full moon, we see the pump just before it, on it, or just after it. So today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're looking for when we're going to get our local bottom and pump to the upside if this pattern still plays out. Does that make sense? New moon is full moon on Friday. This is full moon where we get to the bottom. So are we at the bottom already? Do we have further to go? Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Is this cool, by the way? Do you like this? I love it. I think that the more we could have a look at what affects human psychology, because the charts, price action is all human psychology, I think that the more forearmed we are. So if we look here on the 4 hourly, then we've got either a symmetrical triangle, which is a continuation pattern from where we came in from. Because we came in from the top going down into it, right? This is a continuation pattern that will take us further down. Depending where we break out, there is a possibility we could come down and touch the 100-day moving average at 52,918 or go down to 51,5990, somewhere around there. We might bounce off of this Fibonacci level here at 55,042. Yeah, Jack just said, heard of the moon cycles before watching you, and it seems to always play out. Absolutely, for sure. So here's the thing though, we are getting supported. See, this is the 50-day moving average. And remember this fractal that I showed you that Jeroen had done, right? Where last November, in last bull run in November 2017, we bounced off of that 50-day moving average and started the moon phase of Moonvember, right? And we're right on it and we're getting supported on it and we're bouncing off of it. And here also, if we zoom in right here, this is what I would call a double bottom because we got a perfect touch of the bottom of this sideways channel that we have been in, right? We've not been breaking too far below this channel. We've been supported by around about 58,500, a little bit down here. We went to 57,535. We could still wick down there again. So we're getting a lot of support here. So I'm leaning towards the fact that we're at bottom, and if we come back down again before full moon, we may just create a triple bottom or get supported here. However, I have to let you know, it is on the cards that we could go lower because we might not repeat the same pattern. We could establish a new pattern, okay? And I'll tell you why this is important. Now, I've drawn this line here because when I look at this, there's several touches around about the same time frame, which means we could say that we've got a possibility of an ascending triangle, which you actually see a little bit more easier on the 1 hour. And this is a trend reversal pattern to the upside. Breaks to the upside more often than it breaks to the downside. So if you're not already in a trade, you're one, I would not short this. I just wouldn't do that because we're at really key support levels here. And also, if you look at the CM Williams VIX fix, we've got green, 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 right? And when we've got green, 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 these are all indicators that we are about to swing to the upside. And we did a little bit of a swing up here, went almost to the top, and we've come back down here, right? So I've got some questions here. Is this moon indicator for free on TradingView? Yes, it is. Mark, I agree with you 100%. What did Mark say? Very cool. Moon cycles are so important and not taken seriously. I don't think. So glad you are discussing this. Yeah, it's like moon cycles are really important. And like I learned about moon cycles from my mum, who was an ER nurse. And I've got CN joining us. And as an ER nurse, she was constantly regretting or dreading going in on full moon, because during full moon, people will go a bit crazy, which is why they call it lunacy, right? La moon, la lune or la luna in Spanish or in French. And we call it lunacy for a reason. It's full moon craziness. So we've known for a while in the medical profession, especially if you work in theatre or ER, as you say in the United States, that it does affect human psychology, and human psychology is what the price action is, right? So that has an effect there. We also know that the full moon also affects the tides. The full moon, the new moon, and what have you affects the tides. I'll be with you in a moment, Sien. That affects the tides. And if it affects the tides, that's a huge thing. And it does that through magnetism. So I think it's important to pay attention, especially because when we do look at the moon phases, we consistently see local tops, new moon, local bottoms, full moon with pumps afterwards. Consistent, right? In a bull cycle. I haven't looked at the bear cycle just yet because it's irrelevant right now. Okay, cool. So if you're not already in a trade, what you want to watch out for is what's happening here on the 1 hour. We want to bring in the Ichimoku cloud, which gives us a prediction going forward. And you will see that we're under the red Ichimoku cloud, which means we're hitting resistance, which is consistent with this green channel that we've been trading in, right? We've been coming in, we dipped up above it a little bit, found it as support, have come back down in, and now it's, we're in resistance. It's a bit starchy, trying to get up and out of this. And this looks like it's going to go on until when? Oh, the day after full moon. So, which is normally when we see the reversal, and we see the bottom in and the pump up. So every now and then we get a pump Saturday, and this weekend we could either trade sideways or we could pump stupidly, crazily. So I'm going to be in Discord on Saturday. I don't normally do TA on a Saturday, but I will be this weekend for this reason, to monitor this in case we break out. When we have a look at the pinnacle, if this is actually a symmetrical triangle, then the pinnacle is on Saturday. Like, we're going to break out sometime between now and Saturday. I think it's more likely, you know, to be a little bit further in. I think we may come back down here for another round and come back up again. So then we then look at this next level of somewhat resistance here. And if we break out of that, the pinnacle for that is on Monday, which is when we get what do you call it? Volume coming back into the market. So that's what we want to watch out for. Get into the Discord server at Conscious Crypto for more minute technical analysis, and as we monitor this over the next couple of days for where some good entry points are for this long. Right now, you've got to be patient because we could also dip, and we need to know which way it's going to go before you enter into a long. Now, one of the things that's really exciting in the crypto space right now is the automation of technical analysis through trading bots. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then there's Cien. Cien, you can bring your video on right now.
Hey,
Cien,
guys.
From Mind Hacker, guys, he was one of our most beloved speakers at the Conscious Crypto event. He also has been interviewed on our channel several times. And today we're going to spend 10 minutes just talking a bit about trading bots before we go on and do the technical analysis for Ethereum. So I'm really grateful that you've had 10 minutes to spare with us, CM. So talk to me about how you got into trading bots really briefly, and then what it's been doing for you.
Well, I had been working on stock trading and trading bots way back in the 2000s, but back then I was running my own company, and I was actually coding all of that stuff. And then, you know, I sold the company and kind of went away from it until I got into crypto and was playing around with it for like the last couple of years. And it kept pinging me. I'm like, man, it'd be really cool to do like trading bots on crypto, because there's like so much volatility you could just clean up. But the problem is I'm like, I don't have time to go and program bots myself anymore. Like, this is not the kind of thing I like to do. So I was kind of putting it out into the universe, like, hey, you know, like, bring something to me. And lo and behold, something just dropped into my lap. And it was not just a bot trading platform, but it was actually like a training program that literally showed me which bot platform was not garbage, because there's some garbage ones out there. It showed me how to use it, showed me how to construct the whole portfolio, what portion of it to hodl, what portion of it to put in the bots, and how to stay safe, as well as like how to pick like which coins to put into the bots, right? So there's a bit of an art there.
Yeah. I was over at your place on Saturday because Cien and his partner Stephanie live in Costa Rica, not too far away from me. And I was looking at the bots, and I was looking at your returns on a consistent daily basis. And I was going, well, you know what? It's time for me to get into bots, which is why I brought Cien on for you.
Can I share my screen real quick, just so people can
yeah,
see?
Sure. Yeah. Let me just go here. I've got to make you co-host. And there you go.
Yeah, so I'm just going to share this one. So this is, I'm going to have to move it a little bit. So this is just, so these are the bots, right? So you can see one of them I've been running for 27 days and it's had 1260, so 41% return. This one here, I've only been running for 5 days and it's averaging 1.62% return a day. And that's in addition to what the crypto movements. This is like actually what the bot is extracting on all the trades. If you look at the chart
what's
here.
Phenomenal about this, just really quickly, what's phenomenal about this, Cien, is we've just had a dump and you're still in profit, whereas a lot of traders are in deficit right now.
I'm up 3% today. Yeah. After yesterday's dump, like my overall portfolio is up 3%. It's like, because they're not making money off of the market movements, like the big movements. They're making money off the wiggle, right? You can see all these little red and green circles here. Those are buys and sells and buys, right?
Yeah.
So basically what happens, each of these lines at the bottom are buy orders. Each of these lines at the top are sell orders. They're pre-programmed into the exchange so that even if your bot platform goes offline, the exchange will execute the orders for you.
Awesome.
And
hey, Stephen, we can hear Stephanie in the background quite loudly.
I guess she is kind of loud sometimes.
Well, it's also
Sorry about that.
Balls. Yeah, that's awesome. Great.
Yeah.
So guys, I've got a link at the top of the chat for you to sign up if you want to learn more about this, and we can send you some more information. Now, Cian, I want to talk about why this is important. You and I had a conversation this morning when we were looking at what we wanted to help people with today, and you'd said something really important. You want to help people have the level of success you've had in building a passive income in crypto because you think it's going to be really important. Tell us about that.
Yeah, like the world's changing. We all see it, right? Anyone who's in crypto knows the legacy financial system is going to implode on itself. Governments cannot keep printing money the way they are. They can't keep people locked down. We're seeing all sorts of stuff happening with the hospitals and everything right now that's like not according to the official narrative. In any case, like there's some big financial troubles coming, right? We're already seeing supply chain disruptions and stuff like that. Crypto is a way of hedging your bets and producing passive income for yourself. And it's needed so much right now because like I know a lot of light workers and you work with a lot of light workers, you know, and I really honestly believe that this is our time because we see through the illusion, we see what's happening, and now it's on us to act so that we can position ourselves to continue doing the work while the world is like going through a dark night, you know?
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this for with these bots?
These bots?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did the training program for 6 weeks. In week 1, I set up some demo bots just to get confidence. And I've got a high aptitude with this stuff, so I move quick. But then at the end of week 2, I'm like, okay, I'm going. And so I've been live in bots for 30 days.
Okay, stop right there. Within 30 days, folks, and I've seen this for myself, CN has a basic replacement income. Not that you're going to retire from the work that you do in the world,
no,
but you could if you wanted to and live.
This enables it.
Yeah.
So like I've only put 12K into the bots. Each bot needs about 3K. I've already had returns exceeding 3,000.
Right.
And that's in addition to the market movements. So that's like actually like the bot spits the money out and then I can go and put it into another bot, right? Or I can go and put it into a HODL portfolio or whatever.
Because you didn't start at 12,000. You started with 3 and then you built up.
Yeah,
right?
I built it up. I built it up over 4 weeks as I got my confidence and as I learned how to use the bots properly. And that's like, it's important to like learn how to use these things. But anyone who's a technical trader will catch on super, super quick.
Yeah, especially if you've been doing a bit of technical analysis. So guys, thank you so much for that, CN. More on that to come. Guys, if you're interested in learning more about this, about bots and what have you, we'll have a special free presentation about it all. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a snippet today, and CN's got to rush off and do his amazing work that he does in the world. Again, I put the link at the top of the chat. It's about the 3rd or the 4th comment there where you can sign up, give us your email and your name so we can give you the details when we do the free presentation on how to do it and even how to get that 3,000 to begin with so that you can get in on this. This is something you want to do. Is there anything else you want to say before you skadoodle-oodle?
Yeah, just to, so you know, like we're not selling a bot platform. We're not looking for people's funds. It all stays in your own exchange, right? Nobody touches your money.
Yeah.
What what this is an opportunity to buy education so you can know what platforms to use, how to use them, how to stay safe, all this stuff. And I've made my investment and more back in less than a month. So like I I would feel bad not telling people about it, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly how you feel on that one. Yeah, which is why I brought you on. Awesome. Great. Thanks, guys. More to come on that. Let's get back to our technical analysis, and I'll see you soon. See you when I get to see you again. Bye. Okay, that is awesome. The reason why I wanted to show you that is because if anybody is interested in the passive income, what's great about it is when you go into the bear market, you often make more than you do in the bull market. That is phenomenal, like really, really phenomenal, because we're all thinking about what are we going to do when we transition out of the top of the market, and and a lot of the coins that we're in are going to deflate. And so that's why our channel is looking at, metaverse, getting involved in metaverse, NFTs. We're going to be bringing you quite a lot on metaverse and NFTs coming up, looking at trading bots that trade through the bear market, so that you can still be earning really good passive income over the bear market. It's not just all over and you pack your bags up, you go away, and then you come back, 2 years later. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, cool. So this is it here. This is the link here. I have put it nicolagrace.kartra.com/page/capital WF small n 391. And that is also in the comment section. I will also pin it in the actual main comment section once we've gone live. Once we've not gone live anymore, gone off being live. Oh my goodness, I need another cup of tea. Ethereum, what is that, everybody? I want to see in the chat, what pattern are we looking at? Come on, crypto ninjas, you know what this pattern is. What is the pattern? I'm watching. What's going on? Kelly, I know you know this one. Mark, you know this one. You used to trade in the stock market. Guys, this is a cup and handle. Look at that. I think Ethereum is a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin right now in terms of its structure, even though, look at this, short term, we've come up in a rising wedge, which is a that is a bearish pattern which breaks to the downside. We've broken to the downside. I'm on the daily, but we've bounced. We got kind of like rejected at a certain level. We'll go down into the 1 hour and have a look at that, just above $400. Yes, Kelly, I knew you knew, cup and handle, right? However, this is a bullish pattern, and these green sections here represent areas where we've had a zone of resistance, and we've popped up above it to have it then become support, which it is right now. Touched it a few times as support. We've touched it a few times here, and here's resistance, and here again is resistance, and here again. So we're being supported above this. So it's possible that, when you break down from a rising wedge, you go down to where the candle touches and starts the wedge. That's around 2007-402. However, we've got really strong support above that, and we may only come down to 3,615. Or this level here, 3,175, if we get a typical new moon, full moon rather, dump. So let's bring in the moon phases. And you can see that Ethereum has pretty much followed a similar pattern to Bitcoin, where we get a new moon at the top, we get a correction, new moon correction, new moon correction, new moon correction. Right, and they vary in size. The corrections, I guess, it depends on where the new moon is and other factors as well, what's going on in the markets in general. And the full moons are where we reverse. We get to the bottom and we reverse, right? Usually the day after the full moon. So if we're going to bottom out in this full moon, yes, it's possible we could go lower, but with all of this support above us, this could just be retesting the neckline of the cup and handle. We've come up, and now we're coming back down to retest this as support, to bounce off of it and continue up to 6,290. That's also a possibility. So Where we're at again right now with Ethereum is we're waiting for the market to tell us what direction it's going to go in. Ichimoku cloud is showing a slight trading sideways and consolidation and then heading up. So again, not convinced we're going to go lower, right? Not that much lower, at least anyway, maybe down to here to 3843. But this is possible. These lower numbers are on the table and they are possible. So let's go down to the 4 hour. And now we can see on the 4 hour that as we've broken down out of this ascending wedge, we've now started coming down in a descending wedge, right? Which breaks to the upside more often than it breaks to the downside, unless you want to call this a bull flag. Excuse me, I'm just going to fix my... Okay. So if you want to call this a bear flag, we need to break to the downside within the next hour. Otherwise, as you know, on this channel, we love the Bart Simpson. Otherwise, what happens when this goes on for too long, it either just becomes a downward wedge, in which case we break to the upside, or we have a sudden move because we're basically consolidating slightly lower. We have a sudden move back to the upside around about where we started the dump, and we create an inverse Bart Simpson, which is a bullish pattern. So we are right at the edge of, can we really call this a bear flag? We've been going on a bit too long. We should have broken to the downside here on this red candle, but we didn't. We got a rejection and we got a pump to the upside to create a very clear resistance above us, and we're hitting it a lot. CM Williams Fix is looking bullish. And then the RSI, we've come to the bottom. We hit the bottom here. This was where we bottomed out on the RSI, and now we're coming back up. So normally, whenever you break down from a pattern, we break down, you go back up to retest the support as resistance if it's a short, right? And then if it reverses down, and then once we reverse down, we come back and we create a lower low at, say, 40.13. And we don't bounce off this line here, and we don't bounce off the neckline of the cup and handle and neckline, the support line there, and we don't bounce off of this one, then we can safely say we're possibly going to go down to the fill the bottom of the pattern. But my sense of it is that we'll get the rally, probably come back up to here, full moon, could come back down again, bounce off and come back up. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. So if you're not in a long, we want to see a breakout above here, right? We want to see a breakout above this here. And if you want to be conservative, you wait for a green candle break above, clearing it, not just a candle that goes over it, because that can turn into a fake out. We want a retest of the resistance support, and we want to enter above where we originally broke out. And that's a really good entry point to ride it up to at least here. Then once you get to this line here, you've got to watch for any potential reversals for it coming back down and going into the negative for you. What would invalidate the pattern? I'm presuming, Kelly, you mean the cup and handle pattern. Yep. Let's get some noise off here. What would invalidate it is if we fall below the cup line here. If we fall below that and we trade down here for a little bit, or even fall way down, if we just wick down and we come down and then we come back up, that wouldn't be an invalidation. But if we come down here and we trade under here for any given number of, hours or days and consolidate and what have you, that would invalidate that that bullish pattern. But here's the deal, guys. This is a bullish pattern on the daily. And bullish patterns on the higher time frames generally tend to play out more stably than patterns on the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and so on. Great. So that is that. Now, XRP, I didn't prepare the charts for XRP, but that was one of the ones that you wanted to have a look at. So what we need to remember with XRP is that there is a cup here and a handle there, right? From the last top from 2017. Also that we've not fallen out of this resistance, fallen above this, pumped above this resistance line, and we've not fallen low below the support line. So we have very clear resistance and support in a symmetrical triangle continuation pattern to the upside. So if you saw any of our earlier TA about from 3-4 weeks ago, we were showing this, wherever this ends up breaking out, we're going to at least $2.60, if not $3. And of course, with XRP, you know, if we ever get through this SEC thing, this hasn't even gotten to its all-time high at around 350 to 380, depending on what exchange you're on. So we haven't even gone past the all-time high of the previous market because of the manipulation and the suppression. And what happens in crypto when you manipulate and you suppress for too long, when the spring gets loose, it takes off crazily. And everybody's expecting that to happen for XRP, maybe in December, definitely by February, March, because January, February, because XRP trails the market. We get a top for Bitcoin and then a top for Ethereum and then a top for XRP. It usually has its bull run after the major coins have had theirs. Short term, we are in a rising channel inside of this peak of the triangle, and this could take us back down to 86 cents. There is support here at around 88 to 89 cents as well. We've got rejected off of this Fibonacci level. We are creating higher lows and higher highs. So we are generally going up. So the question is going to be, will we ride this all the way up to the top, or are we going to get a break to the downside? Very difficult to tell with XRP. You need a different strategy when you trade XRP simply because of the level of manipulation. Now, the Ichimoku cloud on the daily is showing us that in December, we're going to start to see our bull run. If we come down into the 4-hourly short-term time frame, we're showing it still could be traveling sideways a little bit and a little bit dumpy. Come down into the 1 hour. Definitely, Kelly, the SEC lawsuit can definitely affect the bull run. It has affected it, right? They are totally holding the price down with their bogus lawsuit. Okay, so on the 1 hour, look at this. We've got a little bit of support showing here, and we've got a reversal. We were going down, and now we're going up. So on the 1 hour, this could be an indication that we are going to continue up to the top of the channel that we've created, because this is an ascending triangle. They break up to the upside more often than they break to the downside. And that takes us to $1.16, but the RSI is pretty neutral. There's not a lot of volume. In the Ichimoku cloud, we're under the Ichimoku cloud. We're in resistance. However, we've had the conversion line cross over the baseline, which means we're preparing potentially to go bullish. So what we want to look out for is a green Ichimoku cloud. When we get a green Ichimoku cloud in front of us, we know we can prepare to be in a long. But again, we want to wait for the breakout, a retest, breakout up above where we first broke out to confirm this is a breakout and it's not a fake out, and then enter that trade if you want to trade it conservatively. So again, we could break to the downside for sure and head down to $1.05, even even 86 to 88 cents. So you want to adjust your stop losses appropriately, because we could be dumpy, right? So now what I want to do is I want to bring in the CM Williams VIX and see what that has to say. Oh yeah, see, we haven't flipped green yet. What's the MACD showing here? Yeah, we're green on the MACD, so we haven't flipped red to suggest we're coming down lower. So we are heading up a little bit and just trading within this. And of course, the breakout is after full moon. So everything's kind of converging. Awesome. So good questions today, guys. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is the coin that won't correct. This is my opinion. I'll tell you why. We're going to go to the daily. And on the daily for Shiba Inu, we have a really big, really big descending triangle here that it looked like we were going to break to the downside, but we have a very clear support that we keep touching, right? So this is a pattern that breaks to the downside more often than it breaks to the upside, but it just won't break. It doesn't want to break to the downside, right? And this could take us all the way to, 699. Oh my goodness, that is all the way down there. Back down to where we started this. We've gone up and up and up without a major correction, so we're well overdue for a correction. However, look at this. The CM Williams Fix says we were about to turn around and go back up to the upside. This is crazy. Trading, I mean, it's good to hodl at these lotto coins, as Teresa and I call them, just to be in, have some skin in the game. But trading them, there's a lot of volatility here. And we've had several M's that haven't played out. Look at that. That's a perfect M because this was lower. This M here was lower than there. And then we've got another one here. There's another M, right? But we are just not wanting to break below 4676. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Totally crazy. 90% of my SHIB yesterday at 5550 after your alert, waiting to buy back in. Yes, crypto ninjas. Yes, I sold my SHIB around about the same as well. But this is just so crazy. So where are we at now on the shorter term time frame? Is that we are in a descending wedge, and this is a bullish pattern that can go lower and lower and lower and lower, but ultimately break to the upside more often than the downside. But if we just look at this and we've found support, Kelly, I'm looking at what's going to happen on Friday or full moon, right? Because time and time again, I've bought before the full moon and there's been a dip right at the last minute. And I could have gotten a better price. So I didn't sell all my SHIB, I just sold some of it. So that is what's going on in the 4 hour. Now what's going on the 1 hour is, yeah, similar. We could probably bring this up a little bit. We're looking like this, I'd watch this just in case this ends up being a head and shoulders, in which case, this is going to, it's not the perfect head and shoulders because it's not at the top of the move. It's just in the process of a downward action, but that would take us back down to the support level. So I'd be setting alarms. At these levels here, so that I don't miss buying back in. I've already got a spot buy back in order pretty low at a down around one. I don't know, where is it? I think it's the Fibonacci level here, the Fibonacci level, because often when we retrace, we come back to the Fibonacci. Oh no, that's not right. The local Fibonacci level, that's right. Bring in your local. Where is I took it from here, I think. Nope, other way around. Go from the bottom to the swing high. And that brings me down to 3735. We could go lower than that, but that's where I'm buying back in because I bought in really, really low when it was just only 3 digits. So I'm just accumulating anyway. This is a lottery. I've already got my profit out of here. So that's she. Now, there was another request on some network. I can't remember what it was. Give me a moment and we'll look at that and then we'll call it a day. Unless you've got any other coins you want me to look at. was it? Bear with me here. Haven Protocol, XHV. Haven Protocol XHV. There it is there. Oh, wow, this is nice. This is really good, strong support, very, very clear, strong support there. I don't know this project. It's had a fairly major correction. Not looking like it's going to turn upwards anytime soon on the CM Williams VIX. Oh man, that was a 39% correction. That's huge. And that's on the 1 hour. Let's go down and see what we've got going on here. Ichimoku. Yeah, it looks like this has got further downward action to go down here. Is that a channel that we've been traveling in? This is how I just draw my lines. Like I just practice and then move them around until I see something that actually makes sense. Yeah, see, look, Ichimoku cloud is red in front of us, which means this could be heading further down, and the RSI's got a little bit more room to move. It could come back down here and bounce, but whether or not it breaks this very, very strong support level at 1371 is going to be the question. If it does, I would say that it's going to be a pretty big dump, but this is a bullish pattern, right? So we might just trade sideways and just trade down a little bit here before coming back up. You just want to watch your this here, this Ichimoku cloud. Was that it? Was there another one? I think that was it. Awesome, great. So who's interested? Oh, how about AVAX? Oh yeah, AVAX is one that I've been watching. Look at that. That's overdue for a correction, babe. RSI, we're coming up to the top of the RSI on the 1 hour. We've pumped and pumped without a correction, and then we've got a dip in the Ichimoku cloud before we come back. So you're going to want to put in your Fibonacci levels here at the top and come down to the bottom, and you'll see that it's possible that if we keep pumping miraculously, it's possible you could go up to $1.20, 123, hit this and then come back. But it looks like we've got rejected pretty clearly on this resistance line at 108. You see here it hit and then came back down. So then you want to do the opposite and do swing low to swing high to see where the golden ratio is below us, to show that the first golden ratio is 92.85. So this is where we could come back down to. And this looks like it was been trading up in a ascending narrowing wedge. Maybe not. Just depends on how you draw that, but the bottom line is we could wick down to 91.14 because that's where the first candle touches the beginning support line of this wedge. And obviously if we keep tumbling down, it's always possible we could come back down and retest 67, 64, but that's not likely. It's looking likely that we flip bullish. Guess when? Day after the full moon, on the 17th through over to the 18th. Somewhere between full moon into the day after full moon, this is looking like it's going to flip up again, but you're probably well overdue for a bit of a correction, and it might not correct all the way down here. It might just bounce back off the bottom of this line and keep going up. This is the thing with these coins here. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. I want to buy some more and I'm waiting for the bottom. Really good. Well, full moon, Friday, Thursday, Friday, good idea to look for bargains. Really good idea if you're not sure, like sand is one of these coins, the metaverse coins that we're getting into at the moment. This is a rising wedge. We could come all the way down to $3.87, but we might not, because this is a coin that's been performing very, very strongly. And this could be a head and shoulders right there, right? But it has been invalidating a lot of bearish sentiment, and it's just been doing so well. So this could mean that we are going to come down to just below this here at $2.98. I think I've got a buy order. I sold at the top and I'm buying back in at $2.98, something like that. But if you're not sure, and all of a sudden we start going back up, this is not a head and shoulders, and you don't want to miss out, you can always dollar cost average. If you've got $1,000, just take $333, buy some now. When it dips, buy some more. If it dips even lower, buy some more. So at least you're in. Otherwise, if you're waiting for the bottom, sometimes you don't get it and sometimes you miss out. So that's when it's really good to use dollar cost averaging. The other thing that I would just caution of is, look at this. Can anybody see this? We went straight up. Now we've been essentially traveling sideways. We've gone beyond the time frame of correcting for a bear flag or a bull flag, which means we're at risk of this becoming a Bart Simpson and having a sudden drop to the downside, in which case we could come down to $2.44. So I hadn't noticed that. So I'm going to go back in and probably halve my buyback in order and get half here and save another half in case we get lower here. And if we don't, then I'll just buy back in, on the retrace. But it's possible for sand. This is where dollar cost averaging can be really good. Hey, Patrick, great to see you here. Awesome. So guys, love for you to like. We've got so many people watching today and not enough likes. So we'd love for you to like if you really enjoy what we're doing. And today we talked about bots and passive income. Crypto ninjas, you don't need to do anything. You're going to get an invitation. In fact, I'm talking to you this afternoon on how to get your bot set up. But we will have a free training coming up and an introduction to a more advanced training if this is what you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to have a replacement income within 30 to 60 days, you definitely want to sign up over at nicolagrace.com, kartra.com/page/capital WF, then small n 391. And again, the link is in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, I'm going to put it in the major comment section, not just from the live stream, so that we can get you your details, and when we do the training, we can let you know. But again, if you want passive crypto income, whether it's a bear market or a bull market, and you want to create a replacement income running alongside your trading, right? So you've got the security of a replacement income within 30 to 60 days. CN did it in just over 30 days. Right, starting out with $3,000. If that's you and you want, and you love some passive income while you're mastering trading for yourself and mastering the technical analysis, definitely fill this out, and we will be sending you the details in the next couple of days, where we will have a presentation. So that's it from me. And yes, I'm going to send all those beautiful, good vibes out there. Kelly's just said, join Discord. If you want more daily technical analysis, you get that from us at Conscious Crypto in the Discord server. So head on over there. If you're not part of it, say hi to us. Let us know you've arrived from this channel, from this live stream. And I'll see you next Wednesday. But remember, we are a tutorial channel uploading tutorials every day. So you want to subscribe, click the bell, and hit all, so that you get that in your feed and you get notified when those are being uploaded, and you don't miss out on any of the amazing tutorials we do. So until we meet again, friends, trade consciously and watch out for the full moon. It's going to be very, very, very important to watch, and we'll be talking about it moment by moment over at the Discord server. See you there. Bye.